Alpha.
A very beautiful afternoon to you all, and welcome to your darling program Campus Gist on God's Television. I am Bidemi Moses. Just to make you know, Campus Gist is a program that seeks to clarify the knotty issue and serve as dispute resolution, especially towards cases that concern students, management, and government policies. My co-comrade in the studio with me, comrade Bright. Hello, Bright. What's up? How are you?
The talkative.
It's good to be back on campus.
The talkative. I'm so happy to be here again. Like, it's been a while, and it's a kind of a reunion.
Yes, yes.
I believe so much that people will enjoy us more on this platform.
I must say, we've been on this program for quite a while, but it's just coming to me right now that you're once the president of your department. Wow.
School politics
Yes.
has been a wonderful thing, and we have not only practiced politics in school, we have been able to even impact life after school through this program, especially.
Yes.
So it's another opportunity to continue with what we have started back then.
I think we deserve an Aluta song.
Aluta
continua. Aluta continua. Aluta gbagba.
Aluta.
Gbogbo. Aluta continua. And of the greatest Nigeria students.
Great.
Oh my God, it's good to be in the system because I'm very sure some people will be looking at us like, what's wrong with these guys?
I love that part of the greatest.
Go back. It's the greatest that she will.
that part is no longer in the system.
We use it in the system,
When
we want to have a very serious discussion with the management.
Talk about the greatest that particular one.
Kulu kulu.
Right now, I don't think that the present Nigerian students are using it, because back then we know what Nigerian students, we know the impact of Nigerian students on the economy of the country.
Definitely.
They are part of the people dictating, and they have their impact on the Nigerian economy or the situation of the country. When they don't want something, they come all out. You see them all out with one voice.
Yeah.
Do we still have that kind of Nigerian student? Do we still have that unionism where you see Nigerian students saying no, pump price must be reduced, and it will be surely reduced? But what we have now, do we have?
No, what we have now is of the greatest Nigerian students. God bless you. Anyway, let us start with our first story for today. All institutions must submit matriculation list 3 months after matriculation. I love this particular story so much. All tertiary institutions in Nigeria are required to submit their matriculation list to the Federal Ministry of Education via JAMB not later than 3 months after matriculation ceremonies. And the directive ensures that the only eligible students graduate and participate in NYSC program. I think this is one of the best things we've seen in the educational system. Oloide has been coming up with different policies,
different innovations.
But this particular one, I think, instead of allowing students go through stress of doing JAMB regularization,
exactly,
especially for polytechnic students.
Not only polytechnic students are affected. Yeah, they are most affected. But I can say that some other institutions like universities and others are also affected. it is not only polytechnic, but we hear more about polytechnic students because polytechnic students, they are not. I would not say they are not, but see, they will always speak out. They will always speak out. Yeah, and that is why we always hear that we are going through this process is not convenient for us. That is why we hear more of them often.
And I think the part I love most here is if any school refuse to submit their matriculation list whenever it is time to have to go for NYSC, those schools will not be mobilized. Students of those schools will not be mobilized, except those. Sometimes some schools go behind the backlog to admit students
into schools.
Those are not admission given by JAMB. So JAMB need them to submit all these lists. This is the third time Oloyede will be talking about this particular thing. And I am very sure that whenever he's hitting a particular word or point, oftentimes
he's
going to
always serious about it.
A serious step over it. And this particular one, I could remember when he was having meeting with some head of tertiary institutions, he made mention of some schools that even when it is time for exam, they will still be running around compiling list of those that have been matriculated into the school. And another funny thing that happened recently, during camping, the particular stream before these current people in camp, they discovered that a bread seller, or popcorn seller, hawking in University of Calabar was mobilized for NYSC. When you are doing your documentation during campaign, before you start campaign, during all these documents you submit, they started asking her questions, and she couldn't defend whatever answer she's giving.
As a graduate.
So they discovered that she's not even a student. But how come?
I think another advantage of this new principle that is being introduced by JAMB is that normally, or even till now, we still have people fallen victim of fake admission.
Sure.
So in those days, you will hear that somebody is already in 300 level, 400 level, and the next thing you begin to hear that he or she is a victim of fake admission. So, but having this new policy that, making sure that if 1,000 students have been admitted by an institution, JAMB will already have the list of original students. Yes. So it is not going to be a case of I'm already in 400 level. That is when I discovered that it was a fake admission. And you know what such student might have spent on getting to that level. Yeah, so emotional let me call it emotional damage at 400 level or at 300 level. So it is a very good one from Professor Oloyede. We are all aware of his performance when he was the VC of University of Ilorin.
Yeah.
So it is no longer a new thing that we every year, every now and then, we are getting new policies that is I think suitable for the Nigerian institution.
All right, moving on. This particular story is one story we love dragging very well whenever we are discussing this, and I think we still have to drag it again today. Corps members will soon enjoy increased allowance, says Director General of NYSC. So corps members have been assured that as soon as the civil servants start receiving the new minimum wage that was approved by the federal government, their monthly allowance would increase also. And this was said by the NYSC Director General, Brigadier General YD Ahmed, when he gave assurance when he was addressing corps members in Kebbi State orientation camp. Now, if we want to continue dragging this issue, do you think this minimum wage we have effect on corps members? Because there is no minimum wage, and presently I am very sure none of those corps members has gotten the allowance for August.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
August. Okay, we are still in.
This is the early days of September.
But the month is still fresh.
The month is still fresh.
So
federal government pays salaries before the last day of the month.
That doesn't mean federal government are not ready to pay them. for Nigerian students, I'm not here to defend the federal government too. So you will not say right when you so when next you see me, you will not come and attack me. I'm only trying to tell you that there might be some difficulties or some delay. It is not new. It is not a new thing. Alawi is being paid late.
Well, I'm a victim too.
So you are not only the victim. Federal government is hearing us that so many of us are victim of late payment of Alawi. So we only use this platform to enjoin or plead to the federal government that, knowing that core members are Omo Ijoba, they are children of the government, and majority of these core members don't have any other means of income. They don't have any other source of income. So it is expected of the government to always make sure that their allowance is being paid as at when due, which is expected at least the end of the month. However, I would like to also say something. It is not a new thing that we normally have increment of Alawi allowance anytime we are having review of the normal Nigerian minimum wages. So I think it is looking at the current economy of the country. Even if the federal government is increasing the Alawi to 100,000 now, one major problem that core members do have is that anytime the marketers, the traders, the people in the community knows or get to hear that the federal government has increased or we increase
salary
Alawi.
No, let's say salary as a whole.
And the next thing is there will be increment in, like, you want to wear 7/7 as a core member, that okay, so that they can know that I'm a core member, or maybe they will have mercy on me or pity me so that they can reduce the price. That is when you will even increase the price, because they already hear, maybe in the news, maybe it is a rumor that the federal government is increasing the Alawi. So it is as it is now. This particular news, I think, is a problem on Nigerian